Let's go there. Yes, it's about time for the afternoon drive show here on Lagoon Radio, where we give you all the gospels left, right, center, up, down, all around. All what's happening in the world of entertainment and, of course, happenings around us. Don't forget, you can download our app on Google Play Store and App Store, depending on the device that you use. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng. All right, I remain DJ Shab, and I'm the driver. Oh, thanks. I really missed that.
Hey yo.
All right, so I'm not alone in the studio. You can feel their presence already.
I actually thought you wanted to say you can feel their oppression already. We're not oppressed anymore.
People cannot oppress me.
You know,
I refused to be oppressed.
No, your case is just that if you cannot beat us, you join us. You can never beat us. You used to join us.
Join the crew.
Well, I'm still a little bit under the weather. The old studio is so cold. And the weather.
Should go under the weather.
No, the only day Shab is not under the weather. Maybe she took smooth. She won't be under the weather. Smooth that have ice. Or Rose that have ice. She will not be under the weather.
Or Zobo.
Tanku. Zobo ni ginger.
Okay. This is how we do. We've got a lot of jits lined up here. I don't even know where we should start from.
Actually, I think over the weekend till early this week.
Names,
I wanted to say that they've just made us nameless.
Hold on.
This
You know that when it comes to Apuka, at times I used to forget my name. It's my time now. Okay. Let me introduce myself. Before I introduce myself, let me adjust. Unfortunately, my clothes does not have shoulder pad. But still, I still introduce myself. My name is Olabisi Simidele Okomaja. You video only congaji pombo mi shiro. Hallelujah. So what God. Yeah, good afternoon, Lagos. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Are you ready to talk?
Thank you. God bless you for that thing I just did.
Are you ready to talk, Jennifer?
Yes, I'm.
You're going to behave yourself.
I always behave myself.
All right,
now.
Let's go there. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Hi,
Jennifer,
everyone. Yeah. That's my name. My name is Jennifer Yubre, aka Jennifer Jubri, the bad good girl, because in the whole month of April,
aka Fulawa.
You know.
AKA
Yeah.
your AKAs are too much.
You know.
Now that you have decided to mute my mic, I'm not going to talk throughout the
No
show.
problem. Bye.
See the way she's lying on me. She's lying against me. I mean,
you have all the chests, you have all the liver, you have all the ororo, body, roundabout,
I have all it
shaki,
takes.
fuku. To mute my mic.
Yo.
You will meet me in
At
the
least it's somebody that has all the chest that mute your mic. If
You
it
will
is me
meet
who
me.
called, I don't have any chest.
You
but I
will
will still
meet
mute
me.
your mic.
You will meet me in the express, the two of you.
Which one exactly?
I will show you pepper and gari and pomo and kuli. And if
What type of pepper?
If I hear pim from the two of you, you will hear when.
What if you hear pim?
You will hear when.
all right, lots is really happening in our community. It all started this morning with this very heavy something. You know, I felt it, and I almost thought I wasn't coming to work. Really,
See,
I was happy at some point. Like, oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
that really sweets me. The only thing is that I had to come to work because if I was home, I would have slept all the sleep that I did not sleep yesterday.
I can
See,
imagine.
the heat these days. No.
If the rain,
It's actually packing up. It's packing up.
If the rain doesn't even sweet anybody, it will sweet this Jennifer full hour.
Yeah, it has to sweet me.
It will sweet you.
Yeah.
And upon all the food you are eating, upon all the sleep you are sleeping, see, it's only one part of your body that we are seeing.
I'm maintaining beauty and glow to the glory of God. Amen, somebody.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
And in some places, actually, it destroyed so many things in some areas. You know, some shops that are not well coupled together.
Yeah.
You know, it removes people's
Roofs
and all that. Yes, people's cars, billboards falling on top of people's properties, and it's really It caused a lot of disaster this morning. But we thank God. And some people, while they're thanking God of escaping the whole disaster from the rain, it's a blessing. But if it's destroying things, then we cannot but talk about it. So that's that on that. Okay.
And on to the next one.
There's this thing coming to my view. I refuse to see, but he keeps coming to my view.
Why you are trying to avoid?
He keeps coming to my view. So you must talk about me.
Yes.
Okay, this is to all the ladies. Simi, please take it.
All my ladies. This is to all my ladies. Okay, this is to all the ladies. Let me ask you, Jennifer. Let me just ask you this question.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just ask you this question. If you're living with a man that hasn't paid your bride price, how comfortable would you feel? And this particular man, you love him. You love him from head to toe. You love, oh gosh. So if you are living with a man that hasn't paid your bride price, will you feel comfortable with it, or you just feel it's normal, or you just feel, oh God, you come and do small something on my head, do?
The thing is that, good afternoon, everybody, once again.
Good afternoon.
Public service announcement. If you decide to pack your load, dear woman and dear man that they are staying in your house, if you decide to pack your load on your own, to go and live in man's house, and the man have not paid your bride price, it is at your own risk and at your own detriment. If you are feeling anyhow, you see that cause it by yourself. Because nobody force you. Abby? Is it not you that use your hand to go and go to the man's house to go and stay? So whatever you are feeling is now your concern. Left to me. In fact, that's the same thing I'm going to say. I'm going to say it again. There shouldn't be any question of how am I going to feel. Because the feeling is me that caused it by myself. It's true. So the thing is, you can't be comfortable because at some point the man self will be treating you like extra luggage. Yes, now the next thing he will start talking to you anyhow the way you don't like, because he feels that you just came. What if he does not have the intention one day to do something on your head?
You're not gonna do small thing on another
person's head.
You
not be looking for opportunity to get rid of you. You not come and tell you one day that rent have expired, that he cannot pay, that he's going to squat in one man's house, that you two should go and squat in your friend's house.
I never thought about that. Oh deep.
You have no idea.
Oh deep. And it actually made me remember.
Crazy things are happening.
It actually made me remember a particular scenario. The man was preparing for his wedding a particular weekend.
Yeah.
And he has someone else in the house. That one we cook. That one we wash
exactly.
Plate. The lady still wash plate on the Saturday this man was going to get married.
You don't have value for yourself. He didn't tell you to come live with him. Now you pack your load.
This is the practical
in a case whereby you have a child for this person, what would you say then?
My sister, see, if you have a child for the person, and we understand that life happened. Right, but maybe you guys can actually talk about the small thing to respect.
So is it still that the lady doesn't have value for herself?
It's not that she does not have value for herself. It's just that she's making the man to see her like she doesn't have value. That's the thing. See, these people, in your heart of hearts, so you're doing it with all good intention, right? You don't want the child to grow without a father figure and stuff like. And you don't want people to talk about you like, she don't get belly, she don't born, man no marry her. So those are one of the reasons that actually make ladies feel like, okay, I got pregnant for you and then I have the child. Okay, let me just move in, right? Since for us to even make a baby in the first place, there must have been some attachment, some supposedly serious things going on. So when you now eventually move to his house without you guys having this discussion, in your mind you are doing yourself good, but you're actually spoiling later, because it go enter your body, the man go pull out, and you go sit down and cry.
Okay. Okay. I actually have a question here from one of my viewers. What's the topic? Like, what are we really talking about? Okay. What we are saying is generally for women that go to live with a man that she's not legally married to. Is it right? And if you're in that shoes, do you feel comfortable doing that? To share your opinion, you can call on our studio line on 08189 Lagoon. That's 08189524666. I'll take that again. 08189524666. Then I think I will actually agree to what Jennifer said, and basically that you actually got pregnant for a man that hasn't legally married you doesn't mean you should park into his house. That's the number one thing. You going to his house means that you're comfortable with it.
With whatever you
but
get.
if you're out of the house, at least if he's a sensible man, he will know that
exactly.
I have an investment somewhere. I have a child with someone somewhere. So let me. But if you now end up now living with that man, it will feel so comfortable and relaxed because it will feel that after all,
she has come already.
The pikin don't they know my eyes.
So they have that. They have that sense of entitlement.
Yes,
exactly.
That
so,
Shebi she has come. What's the need?
So
again?
they won't even want to do what they are supposed to do. They will now keep posting you till thy kingdom.
Let's even look at it this way. The ones that did not even move in that they legit went to go and marry, they still misbehave. Like they took out time, pursued the flower that is inside the house.
Took friends to prostrate.
Took friends. They went to go and lie down inside mud. Call father, call mother. In fact, fathers that are supposed to be enjoying retirement, call him to follow you to go and look for one flower that is missing inside one somebody compound. They now lie down on the ground. They now beg, pay buy price, buy bag of rice, buy boxes of clothes. They will still carry the girl to the house and they will still misbehave and still treat the girl like she's not.
That's the way they are wired.
So, how much more? No. How much more the one that's...
No, that's the way they are wired. So I think they need a rewire.
No, see, the rewire for this particular matter.
Nah, God
is up above.
So basically, I think
this one is coming from Ellen Paul. She said, "Ladies, if you're living with a man that hasn't paid your bread price, change your status to married on credit."
But it's true now.
Is the married on credit for me?
We go pay later.
Is the title, anyways?
Should we call it OPay marriage?
OPay.
Yeah.
Or cash.
Cashless marriage.
Cashless marriage.
OPay.
Cash. Pay later.
It's not prepaid.
Or ajo. It's postpaid. It's postpaid.
Postpaid
marriage.
And in the comment section, trust people here said Delta men left the chat, blocked the poster, and deleted Instagram.
Well, that's some serious shade on Delta men.
Okay, what about Edo men?
They did say group chat.
Men are men.
Jennifer, these are men from your state, please.
There are some there are some situations where you don't have to be biased.
I'm not being biased here. See, let me tell you, they just feel like it don't be. If we decide to bring this thing to tribe, we know the tribe that will win. And we know the tribe that will delete the social media app from their phone and say hello.
I don't have any idea.
I don't. See, no, there is a particular tribe that they'll tell you, see, we go do small something for their and they will do it. Igbo men.
Yeah.
Igbo men.
They will do the small something.
No matter how small.
Okay.
They might not do court or church wedding or anything. You see traditional wedding.
They must do it.
They hold it in high.
It really counts for them.
Yes, it counts for them. And they are of the opinion that she have done traditional wedding now. We are married. But they must do that small thing. You see that yam and that judge, they will do it.
Oga have do small thing.
Oga have do small thing on my head. That's the small thing. But there are some that even the ogogoro they will not buy.
I actually have a comment here. Having a child for a man doesn't make it right for you to move in with him. Also, that doesn't mean you go ahead and marry him. If it's not someone you want to settle with, mistakes happen and we must learn to live with it and move on with life.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ifedola. We appreciate you for your comment. It's well taken.
All right. Okay. I have medical gist here. I call it gist. There are actually serious matters that needs to be looked into with folio. I think we need people on this particular topic.
Actually, we've actually discussed this topic on one of our burning topics that talks about negligence or an incompetence of medical practitioners.
Okay.
That was sometimes last year on one of our burning topics. So I think it's coming up again because it's, let me say, it's
An
getting
incident
too
Yeah.
much.
repeats itself.
Really, yes, it keeps repeating itself. So Sharp, over to you.
And it actually took a life of 28-year-old lady. She died during labor due to alleged incompetence. It's not even alleged.
It is.
It is incompetence.
Looking at the full story.
See,
I took my time
to
to read the story, and while I was reading the story, I was feeling this sharp pain. Like really, I couldn't take it. I had to start reading out too.
I
Simi.
actually have a close experience to medical incompetence. In fact, twice.
Okay, so here's what happened. This lady was in labor, her water broke, and then she went to the clinic. On getting to the clinic, they had to induce her. First off, why do you have to induce after her water? I mean, her water broke already. I don't think there's any reason for you to induce. The purpose of this induction or inducing
Yes, is when you're trying
is
to
to
effect
break,
labor.
in fact, to puncture the water,
Yes.
to break,
To rupture.
to rupture
and
the
to
whole,
make
yes.
labor. Yeah.
Now our water is broken. I don't see any reason why you should
Induce.
induce. Okay, that's been done. She was in labor for like the whole day, 10 hours.
Ooh.
For like the whole day, okay, 10 hours. She was in labor. She was so weak and tired. Of course, anybody would have been tired.
Sure.
A woman in labor would have been
Exhausted.
tired. Even
Sure.
you didn't spend 10 hours, you're already tired.
Sure.
And that's why I feel specialists should come in. You should know when to come in. And these people should know when to call these people into this kind of situations.
Yes, of
okay,
course.
that's gone. Okay, after the 10 hours in labor, they agreed on going for CS. Okay, they tried that, and while on that, they said she needed blood, that they needed to carry out her womb.
Imagine.
There was no ambulance to take her to the general hospital. There was no blood bank at that particular health center. They had to use Uber to go to Isolo General Hospital to get blood, 5 pounds of blood, and it wasn't still enough. And then, after the whole operations, they had to call back the surgeon to come back and check the lady because there were mistakes and that needed to be corrected. It was in the process of the second CS, operation, or trying to correct the old mistakes being done.
That was when she died.
She passed on. Though the baby is alive, but he is in ICU as well because he had gone through a lot of stress. He couldn't breathe well. He's on oxygen. It's really a touching
The level
story.
of incompetence when it comes to Nigerian medical system is just another thing. Just the same labor thing that you're talking about was the same experience that we had a close relative. 2009. This lady was staying with us and she was pregnant. She got registered at a medical center in Ikoyi.
Okay.
Government owned, actually. And then she went into labor. When they took her there, we're still staying in Avia. They took her to this place. They met one midwife on duty. That was where the whole madness started. They met one midwife on duty.
Really, it is.
Apparently,
It's madness.
we got to later discover that the midwife was childless.
Wow.
She basically put
She
her
doesn't
hand,
know.
apart from knowing, she basically put her hand, and we don't know what she tried to do, but somehow, in fact, the child's name, the child that was born, is called Miracle. Because of this incident, she put her hand and
She
the
got
next
infected.
thing got infected.
She wasn't wearing gloves.
Like she touched something, and you know these children before they are out, they are so soft inside.
Yes.
Even when
after
they are out,
out.
it's the air that makes them stronger.
Yes.
So I think she touched something, or we don't know. All we know is that this woman in labor was bleeding profusely.
Wow.
Thank God my both parents were there. My dad carried her. That was where she registered, but they had to move her because my mom was like, "They're gonna kill this woman." So she called my dad, and then they carried her, put her in the car, and then drove her to another clinic here on the island. And they took her there, Guess what? They refused to attend to her because they said, no, not they felt. They actually said she didn't register there. That they will not attend to her. This woman was bleeding.
This is a case of emergency. This is what we're talking about.
Bleeding. They did not give her bed. The only thing they told my parents was that they should go and buy brown paper. Brown paper that we are using to wrap book in primary. That was what they bought. My parents got so many brown papers in the clinic for an exorbitant rate. This was around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., midnight. And they spread the brown paper on the table and laid that day. And this doctor was listening to music.
For someone that is in labor.
And they're like, don't hurry also. It's not like you registered here. My mom now called me and was like, pray for her.
Can you imagine?
She needs prayer.
Let's know that my mom was like, my mom has never said anything like that, but my mom said it will be better if the child dies and the mother lives, giving her a chance to have another child than for the mother to die because she was bleeding. And then the next thing my dad just thought of was, you know what? I don't have all my children anywhere on the island. Let's take her to Yaba Military Hospital.
Straight up.
My dad carried her again. This time he could not even drive. He had to call someone immediately. Person joined them. He was exhausted. He had to call someone. The person came, put her in the car. My mom was holding her. And they drove down to Yaba. On the way, she gave the child now came out. Child was dead. It was when they got to the hospital and they discovered that was when they were asking, did anybody try to like they say yes that a midwife put her hand, blah 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 blah. They discovered that there was a pressing on the child's neck, something in the process. But just thank God they put the child in ICU, oxygen and everything. It was resuscitated and came back. And then we just got to think like, wait, so if my dad had actually waited first in Ikoyi, what would have been the story? Island. And then down to the island, and then waiting for one doctor that is listening to music and playing game on his phone to come and attend. And that's on one aspect. Child did not die, thank God. The one that happened to my mom, December.
See, the thing is, if we keep,
they gave Momsi prednisolone. Thank God I have a knowledge on drugs. I gave my mom prednisolone and told her to take 10.
For how many days?
For 1 day. 1 dose. Yes, 1 dose. My mom is asthmatic. She has been taking prednisolone for a long time. But it's just that cold entered her body. So she had to rush there. The doctor now gave her prednisolone, a sachet, and told her to take everything. Like, he wrote it on this. You know, they write the prescription on the sachet of the drug. So she saw the prescription. She came home. She looked at it. She said, Abi, did he make mistake?
10.
She now said, Abi, she's not seeing well. She waited for me. I came back. She gave it to me. She said, what is it? I said, Bobby, what is this? 10. I don't understand. Where did you see this one? This is overdose now. Who want to kill you? Who did you offend? She said, no, that is what the doctor gave. I said, no, it's not true. Don't drink it. Take it like this. Go back tomorrow. And do you know the doctor? She said, yeah, she called this. I said, okay, no problem.
Maybe he was stressed out.
I said, let's know what it was a mistake. Let's know. Don't assume. My mom went back. Thank God she went there early in the morning. Doctor was still on duty. She took it and showed it to me. He said, hey, yes, I take it. Immediately he said, yes, I take it. She called me. I shouted. You see the way I shouted? I said, see, if they sent you from my village to come and hunt my mother will eat my wedding rice in Jesus' name. You will not kill her.
See, the thing is, if we keep going on and on and on, people have different stories and experiences and cases like that. And I think it should be looked into. This is really cruel. It's really, really a sad thing to have happened to the lady, because the husband was ranging. She's just 28 years old, and they just had their wedding 10 months ago. This is their first child. Of course, the world could have gone wrong.
Actually, believe we all have our stories to tell.
Yes.
When it comes to medical practices,
negligence on the side of our medical practitioners. If they are competent, they will be negligent. Hardly can you see a medical practitioner that is both competent and is not negligent. So that is it. Like it actually takes, should I say, the grace of God now, or an angelic being. Like, you understand? Okay, the competent ones, they will just abandon you. They will just treat you anyhow, talk to you anyhow. You're already going through medical issues, and practically, once you have a medical issue, it will affect your emotions. It's non-negotiable. So they will now start tampering with your psychology again.
But is this action limited to government-owned clinics? public clinics or private inclusive?
It's private inclusive, not just
no one is left out.
Private
No
inclusive.
hospital, no clinic, no health center is left out.
I think it's actually it's personal now. It's their personality. It's their personality. So I think if these hospitals, once they start recruiting or employing people, employ competent people. Don't just look at grade. Don't look at grade.
Yeah, not be by
don't
first
employ
class.
on merit. Not be by first class, exactly. Their attitude again, it goes a very long way.
Some people have home trouble that is pursuing them to work.
Just
So I actually feel that there are some
all women.
Yes, I feel that there are some jobs that if you're not mentally okay, in fact, these people should actually be subject to mental checkups, like maybe every month or something. Because I actually feel like Simidele said, you have something bothering you from your house. Maybe you can't pay some bills and then you're distracted. You shouldn't actually be involved in handling other people's lives. The fact that you're owing someone and then police is after you. Okay, like all these what do they call it? These apps where you borrow money and then they start telling people so many wrong things about you because you can't pay. You know, that kind of thing can actually affect someone psychologically, and then you come to work, you're a medical practitioner, and you put the frustration on your patient that is actually coming to you for help. So I think these people should even be taken for medical sanity check.
I actually have a comment here. The truth about this medical issue is that the good hands have traveled out of the country.
Not all of them, yeah.
And the government isn't doing anything about it. It's the same with our education. It's the same with our educational and security system. Totally neglected by our leaders. And I imagine the reason behind some of our leaders traveling out of the country for medical checkup,
when you can't even make your own right.
That's actually the way. So for people that are not buoyant enough to travel out of the country for
what are we supposed to do?
Psalm 23, Psalm 91.
The Lord is my, I lift up my
Psalm
eyes
24.
oh my God, read
Any
all the
psalm you
psalm.
can read, please.
And our Father.
Well, the health center has been locked down by the Lagos state government.
That's a good one.
We just have to keep praying for her women to give them the strength to travel in the labor room. In Jesus' name, that's in one of the comments. Still on the medical issue, and this one is coming from a doctor. He has come out to raise alarm over an alleged disturbing practice in some hospitals in Nigeria. What is his own story like? He's talking about cryptic pregnancy, where you go to the hospital and the doctors make you believe that you're really pregnant, and they keep giving you pregnancy hormones injection, and then you be feeling nauseated. Okay, I'm pregnant. You go for scan. There's no baby in you, but you're still feeling like you're pregnant, and they keep telling you there's a baby in you. And on the day of the labor, and on the day of your delivery of the blum that is inside of you,
wait,
the
how
balloon,
do they induce the balloon?
No, there's injection.
It's hormonal. You know, basically pregnancy has to do with hormones. That's why you see women when they are pregnant, they change. The one that
what I'm saying, if you go for scan, you know there's no baby, the belly no go grow.
It will grow. That's
So
why
waiting they make the belly grow. No
as they go for the so-called antenatal,
they give you injection,
keep giving them some drugs,
and they give you drugs. They give you injection. They give you drugs. They give you drugs that makes you vomit, and make you feel like you're really pregnant.
And your stomach
and
will
on
be
the
bloated.
day of your delivery, on the day of your like I said, it's balloon. On the day of the delivery of the air that has been inflated in your body. Then there's a baby, because these people, they work hand in hand with the baby factory. According to the doctor, not my handwriting, really. So it's really just sad, and this is actually coming from doctors.
Wait, continue what he was explaining. I want to know the end product of the explanation.
No, number one, the basic word there is cryptic pregnancies.
They make you believe.
Yeah,
make believe pregnancy. Make believe pregnancy.
Yeah, make believe pregnancy. So I think that is. Then I think the people that actually they are patients, maybe women that have been waiting,
desperate people.
yeah, TTC moms that have been waiting to, by the time they go there, give them some injections, tell them what to do, and if you're in that shoes, you won't even think of going to another hospital to carry out another test. You would want to stick to them because you would believe that, this
You'll
people
be
have
happy
been with
now
me
you're
from
pregnant.
from the onset and all that, and they will charge you very high money. And at the end of the day, you won't even think about it. What you will just feel is, oh, thank God, at least I have my baby. Not knowing the baby is not even yours.
Cryptic pregnancy is a phenomenon whereby women do not become consciously aware of the pregnancy until the last weeks of gestation, or in some cases until they give birth. So he's really coming out to lament because he knows what his colleagues are really doing, and I think they should stop.
So wait, though, where do they used to see the baby that they will not give to the woman?
That's what Shab is saying, that at least they could be working hand in hand with baby factories
and stolen babies.
They will not sell the baby.
They won't sell the baby to the patient.
Okay, the thing is,
I want to know.
Okay, wait.
Do you know what I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to
The thing is, these
get?
women, they pay huge sum of money. So of course, since you can pay, they collect so much from them. So they use your money. Your brother will say, "Oh, for what bushabula lejo?"
Hey, wait, I understand what that one. This is my confusion now. Do they eventually tell the women that they are not pregnant?
No,
they don't. So the women actually feel that yes, they are pregnant from whatever they did with their spouses, right? Good. So and then they get into labor one day, eventually, and then they will induce.
No, they are being pumped with pregnancy hormone injections.
They could even sedate them.
And that's what I'm saying. That they fall asleep and then they wake up and then they see baby.
Exactly.
So how do these people? What do they? What?
What are they gaining? Money.
So money from the supposed antenatal.
Yes. And all
and the billing, the delivery.
Yes.
They could even tell the woman, "Oh, you're going to deliver through CS. You don't have enough strength to push."
And
while
they sedate you,
they just open her up unnecessarily,
size you, and so it.
And this thing, I'm actually thinking. Are you thinking what I'm thinking right now?
Okay. I think so, brain.
There was a particular time DNA issue was
ready.
Oh yeah.
So don't you think this could actually cause problems in future for the woman and her husband? Because at the end of the day, if the husband wants to, like, okay, let me conduct a DNA test on my child,
or even if he doesn't conduct DNA test and an issue of blood or something,
what if the baby is SS, and then there's problem for the family,
and mother AA, father AA, where the S come from?
That's it. And of course, in that case, now you're going to blame the woman because she's not even SS.
You will blame the woman now that she has gone to do fornication.
If she is AA, you would know where the problem is.
No, maybe she has followed SS waka.
The thing is, no one will understand.
Nobody will understand.
At that moment, really. Okay.
And she wouldn't even be able to trace it to the point that, I was given an hormonal injection or something.
The only thing she will now be, maybe it's one guilty conscience from one thing that happened one time, and she will now say, that my village people have, village people that sad and poor.
At the end of the day, people will start pointing and accusing fingers. The woman.
Okay, so that's it now.
Okay, we've got a few comments here. This one said, some of the women are aware it's a planned work.
That's another angle.
And this one is saying, if you're reading this, I want you to know there's absolutely nothing wrong in adopting a child or two.
Sure.
Exactly.
You don't have to carry fake pregnancy to please people.
Yes, sure. And those, I'm trying to imagine the negative effect of those drugs and those injections on the person.
Yeah, that's my comment. Another,
another set of DNA tests coming.
Kiwi Day.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just something else.
Seriously, I don't know, but I don't know if there's anyone else here that believes this as myself, but I don't think there's anything wrong in adopting a child.
There's nothing wrong in adopting a child.
If you're trying to have children of your own and it's not just working, There are so many children in motherless homes that need parents.
There are even so many options you can go for.
There are many options, but if at all
you don't want to go for IVF or surrogacy.
Not even IVF. If you can't adopt, you can do surrogacy.
Let's say you can't afford it.
Yeah,
honestly, I don't support surrogacy.
I don't support surrogacy because
it backfires.
It backfires.
Ow.
It does. If you not come
how?
from somebody that the head used to touch per second dealing.
No, listen.
Today is not the day for that. We're gonna set a day aside. Really, we need to set a day aside for this particular.
The thing is, okay. There was this news trending sometimes ago of actress in Edo.
Yeah.
So I think there will be a kind of agreement.
Yeah, there's going to be a contract.
There's always an agreement.
Okay, then the surrogacy doesn't mean you will use the woman's egg. You can use your own egg.
Yes.
And so if you use your own egg, she is just a carrier. And if you use your own egg, she can't come to claim the child.
Funny, the thing is this. Like I said, me, I just believe that what's the English?
Calm down.
Also. Avoid all these plenty future tense and future grammar.
Yeah.
Just respect yourself and go and adopt.
No, that's actually your own. That's actually your own.
No, that's what I say me.
Personal.
No, that's what I say me.
Adoption too. Don't you think adoption could backfire as well? It could.
No.
But the thing is that the chance is actually slim.
Because everything there is documented.
It's slimmer.
Surrogacy too is documented.
Surrogacy has about 50 to 70%
exactly
of when it comes to adoption. When you say backfire.
So that's the way it is.
Yes.
And if you adopt a child, and maybe at the end of the day the child grows and the parent or the mom comes to claim the child, and if the child says she wants to follow her parents,
you cannot follow. Don't worry.
You can't follow because you
no. Do you
know how long it took you through all the processes
that they pick you inside gutter
and
cleaned you and better.
It's the same thing.
No, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Surrogacy, they will follow you everywhere.
Okay, so I have these two similar gist here about our country Nigeria has turned us into
gisting country.
We can't even eat what we feel like. We eat what we see.
Oh, thank you, Olumakaiye. I'm feeling your vibes from Delta State. Bang bang.
Gay.
Bang 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 bang. Let me look for applause. Applause bang bang.
Okay, so I have these two people here. Two different people.
Okay,
there's this businesswoman coming out to tell us 10K can no longer cook a pot of stew in Nigeria.
Which of the stew?
Which stew?
Okay, so she did a breakdown. Like, remember, 10K can afford comfortably cook a pot of stew from the scratch these days. Crazy. So remember, I said from the scratch: chicken 4K, pepper and tomatoes 2K, onions 500. 1 liter of oil, 2K, spices, garlic, ginger, curry, etc. 500. Gas, question mark. Transport to the market, question mark. Tomato paste,
money don't finish.
See, so onions 500.
But wait, how can you use
onion 500?
How can you use 2,000 naira pepper to cook 4,000 naira chicken?
Yeah,
chicken is expensive now, really.
Yeah, chicken is expensive. It depends for how many days.
The chicken
do you want chicken to overshadow pepper before?
Let's 2K pepper.
No, wait, 2K pepper is not much.
I understand what you're saying.
That
so
chicken is one day that they will eat that chicken.
So now here's another one before we compare and contrast. So any stew below 100K is not stew enough. That's why I said she hold on. Okay, so this one is Noble Igwe. It says 100K cannot even cook luxury stew. You said luxury, but you won't even notice 10K meat in a pot of stew. For a proper stew, you need
buy your meat from.
I don't even eat.
Okay, so let's hear his own analysis. He said for a proper stew, you need to air fry the onions, and that electricity will cost more than 10K. Okay, I think I know where it's coming from too. Any stew below 10K is not stew enough. Okay, he's actually referring back to 10K can comfortably cook a pot of stew from the scratch.
Yeah.
So, really, if you look at it from his own point of view,
it's correct.
We spend more than the amount we take to the market to buy all those things.
I'm telling you.
Coupled with the fact that some of us have the seasonings at home.
The gas you use,
the stress. You want to grind your pepper. You use lights.
Let's just assume that as you're trying to okay, you go to the market with your 5K or your 6K or your 10K.
5K.
No, wait now. In your mind,
No, 5K.
Okay.
Hold on. In your mind, you have gas. You have blender.
You have oil.
You have blender. You have oil.
You have spices.
Oh yeah, wait. Now let me play this one out for you. Now go to the market with your small money. Say, okay, let me use this one. Let me manage. Use this one to buy small thing to cook stew that we eat in 2 days. You now get home. You now on gas titon. You now no. Before you try to wait, hold on. I not started well. You wanted to strike gas. The matches now fell inside water.
Oh,
you now go and buy
no
new matches.
Yes.
Matches now a box is 15 naira. You now buy 15 naira matches. You now strike gas. Just steam meat that you steam small. Gas finish. You now peel pepper. You want to grind pepper. Never take light. You now carry your pepper on your head. You go and look for oni grander. People that are grinding pepper. They now tell you 200.
Some comments are really driving me. I don't know.
They tell you 200. Then the oil that you manage that you want to use to cook your stew, small pikin waka crown. Take it.
Pour and
throw.
Oh, please, Jennifer, I don't like this analysis. It's very dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It is not. It's not dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. All right, a few comments here that are really catching my attention, and I cannot but okay, this one says Onto Gucci meat and liver salt doings, Abi. Because 100K cannot even cook luxury stew. Okay, another one now says, how come 2K they run me luxurious stew?
Luxurious, not even luxury.
It's actually luxury. It's actually the Gucci meat for me.
Gucci, Versace head of cow.
Well, he's just being sarcastic. If
No,
he's
no,
not,
no,
the
he's
people see it as sarcasm at its finest. Since we all want to be moving.
Abina, one person
I did not finish the statement.
No, we know the end. No, say somebody came and said 10K. Uncle Nobu say himself is on his luxury stew 100K. Another person says using 2,000 to cook luxurious stew.
Okay, so I'm taking the two comments together. So on the other, 10K cannot comfortably cook a pot of stew from the scratch these days.
Okay.
So there's a comment that says onion 500. You won't learn how to cry. Okay, so onion 500 naira.
Come out on your 500.
Inside 2K pepper and tomatoes. Onion of Ife. Onion.
Oh, onion.
This is an insult.
No, but wait. Kilo de na onion stew.
No, like basically, I think there are some of us. Personally, I love onions.
Wait, we know you love onion. Simidele okay.
I love
Omo
onion.
Ajayi. 500 naira onion.
Seriously.
No, wait, hold on.
No, it depends.
We
The
know like this.
onion is how many bowls?
Wait, we know
It's
that
much,
times
oh.
are it's
It's
much.
much.
Kilo de is it onion stew?
When there is
No, there was a time.
You can't invite me to your
bought
house,
onions. I love onions really. Then it depends on our areas. Okay, 500 onions might not be.
of course she will use it
more
for
than
she will use it to boil meat.
no, maybe then it might not even more. It might not be more than 4 big bulbs of onion in our area.
You can't use all of it.
You understand?
I can use all of it.
You know, too much of onion in your pepper can change the taste of your.
Sharp.
Yes.
Kò lè change taste.
She said,
Buy white or mix white onion pẹ̀lú purple. Don't use only purple. The purple onion we like to be.
Of our time.
Hold on. We know that like this, times are hard. And you are complaining pẹ̀lú 10,000
onion that you put
and you
inside
don't have gas money.
We still have one interesting
onion
one.
that
Maybe
you
should be
put,
coming down.
Jennifer, onion that you put inside your pepper. Pepper never done, no. By the time your neighbor just perceive the aroma like this, you will not know it's onion.
Wetin happen to
Okay, why are you
Korean time?
overemphasizing this onion of a thing?
I don't know.
I love onions.
Justice for onions.
But really, without exaggerating so much,
It's much.
100K. How many people are you planning to feed?
You get na
It depends.
party.
But if it's not a party, if you carry 15K go market now, you still feed
You go
about
do
100
alright
people.
now. You chop the stew for some better days.
Okay,
Exactly.
moving on to the another one that we've always been talking about. But we can never stop talking about it. This one, eh? Okay.
I don't want to laugh.
You will laugh. You will laugh.
I don't want to laugh.
Okay, so you know actor Frederick Leonard.
Yes, I
I
know
like
him.
the guy, but it
like
seems
him.
like someone that has pride. But I just like his charisma.
All his movies has pride.
Yes, I think they purposely give him that role because they know it's kind of his personality. But I like his charisma. Like, it commands
respect. And at the end, there's one house girl that used to humble him.
You two watch Nollywood.
No, I know.
All right, so he has come out to say, not using deodorant or body spray should be an offense punishable by law.
How many years imprisonment to child labor?
I'm going to read what you said. Okay, so use deodorant, especially if your work is tedious and involves a lot of body movement. You will sweat, and when you sweat, you stink. Yeah, it's not expensive. No matter how low you earn, you can afford it.
Sure.
Use the money you spend on calls to gossip and buy data to visit gossip blogs on social media to fresh up yourself and smell good, so you don't kill your colleagues and co-workers. Thank you.
Some people
He
have
actually
low
wrote it like a memo.
See, it's true. Dear fellow people. It's supposed to be like that. To whom it may concern.
Yeah, can we just end this show right now?
We're going to end it now.
We're not going to end this show. Wait.
We're going to end. This is why I'm going to end the show.
Those people that are using 800 naira to buy shekel on the road, there's Tokumbo perfume.
I'm sure someone must have provoked him on
Then
set.
even apart from that, for some of us that take public transport at times, when you now sit down, they will now raise that hand.
Let me tell you, I used to struggle for window seat. Get why?
So you
so
know
that
where
I'll just
to
carry
direct
my
your nose
and put outside. See, it is okay let me tell you, it is bad enough to deal with smelling armpits. It is horrible to add mouth odor.
Hey, Jennifer.
See,
odor of whichever kind. Odor is odor.
No, the one that not tell you, wait now, because you know that you are fine. Do not tell you, hello, fine.
You even need to see Jennifer's mouth.
Jennifer, can you just repeat that again?
But it's true now.
Do it again.
Hello, fine girl. You do like, you know, cartoon, you see green steam.
Please don't cry. I can see you want to cry. Don't cry. She's crying already.
You see green steam. The steam will be doing to now roll.
Oh, in
cartoons now.
You asked me how many years. Someone has answered your question. The person said 15 years imprisonment without labor.
The person go come out.
You can't come and spoil my
olfactory lobe.
No, do you notice that? See, let me tell you. Since I became stable in the studio, that I don't have to do karakiri up and down, I've gained weight. Because it's the thing I used to see on the road, especially BRT buses.
But really, what I would just say to this particular gist is that let's try as much as possible. You don't have to be expensive.
That's what I'm saying. They are
fresh.
There are expensive perfumes that smell nice that are in Tokubo.
Exactly.
Seriously, they're in Tokumbo. I see them a lot.
Yeah, we have their,
like perfumes that you are going to buy like 5,000. You see it in Benda Select 500.
Yes.
So if you feel that
the after smell is not good,
no, it's not. There are some that are still manageable.
When I was serving for Gary, you know how much I buy my perfumes?
Yeah, to buy.
300, 350.
And the thing is, they've made life easy for us.
Smell nice.
They've made life easy for us. We have them in small quantities.
Pocket perfume.
Now, yes, you can carry them wherever you go.
There's oil perfume.
Okay, so a comment here says, yes, especially those Aboki or Okada riders. I disagree. Not totally, but I disagree. No, I took a bike a few weeks ago, just from my house to the market, and I was impressed.
Yeah, some of them smell nice.
It didn't even use Aboki perfume. It used
normal perfume. Some of them
perfume.
smell nice.
And when I got there, I was like, I like your perfume, and it smelled. Thank you, madam. Like,
funny enough, the correct perfume in quotes that you think
it might not be expensive. It might not be expensive.
One very cheap thing.
It might not be very expensive. Please, let's just take care of ourselves. It's very, very important.
I have walked into the mall before. I'm a perfume. In fact, all of us here, like, we are perfume people. I've actually walked into the mall one day. I wanted to have a particular smell. Sort of, so I was checking different, and the mall I use, they don't have the price tags on the perfume. You have to scan it. And this one was smelling really nice with the packaging and everything. So the person I was working was telling me, "Sure, you don't go drop them. This one are your own net worth." I said, "Wait, make I check." Guess what? It was just 1.5. I buy them. It was smelling really nice, and it lasts. You won't die 1.5.
I actually totally agree with him. The money you spend on gossip, visit social media, like me, I try as much as possible to weigh my options if I want to do things. I don't spend money on what would be of an advantage
to me, exactly.
So if I'm going to be visiting blog sites to look for gossip, you even hardly see me there. When did I even start watching movies?
The funny thing is that it should be, let me say I'm visiting blog site now for gossip. I've seen this gossip. Will I not try to correct myself?
Exactly.
Like if I not say, let somebody not come and drag me like this one day.
I just feel it's just right to take care of yourself. It's very, very important. This is our body. We say it's the temple of God. Our God is not a God of only dirty. Our God is not is a clean God.
Let me increase the volume of your microphone.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Apart from buying perfume, more na dey bath. You go see person go tell you, I no come up for house, I no go bath.
Some people, whether you bath from morning till evening, they still have this thing in
but
them.
But do you know that it starts from there? It actually starts from there.
Yeah, try as much as possible to curb these things. You can get roll-on. We have cheap roll-ons out there. Take care of yourself. It's very important, even as a lady.
If you don't have your bath regularly.
It baffles me, especially when I see ladies that do have body odor.
Hey, and I'm like, hey, and boy is toasting you, Sha.
What comes near you? Who kisses you? With your mouth.
Generally, let's take care of ourselves. Thank you.
I think we're going to leave here, but I want to ask one question quickly. Why do you think men want independent women?
Because they don't want liabilities.
They don't want problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
So they want women so they can borrow money. Okay.
No, that's shallow.
If you borrow money from me, I'll collect and steal from you.
That's not from me. That's not from me. That's not from me.
No, I even love it. Borrow money from me.
You pay double.
You pay double. Thank you.
Double. Before we close the show, today is Ogboge Sadito's birthday. Yesterday was my birthday. Since you people refuse to wish me happy birthday.
Quick one, let's see if we can reach out to her.
The wire that we wire you is not enough for you.
Wait. Are you not going to tell me happy birthday first?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. You're doing well. I owe you a hug. But you see that one that is on that side, I wear hoodie and cap.
I don't want hug. I want vegetable soup and chicken.
Your own.
And I'm actually on your side though. I'm trying to see if we can reach out to Sandra before we call. Time is not on our side, but you know she's the definition of E for energy.
I'm telling you,
her energy is just so much. She's enthusiastic.
She's amazing. That's just the word. That's just the word. She's amazing.
Yes. Sandra is our Sandra.
Sandito.
How come I'm not seeing Sandra's number here?
Should I code it for you?
Yes, please.
Please code it for us.
Who hate one?
Okay.
Is it who hate one?
Stop saying oh. You say 0.
Should I say hate or hate?
8.
Okay, is there 1?
8.
081.
8. Hold on, please. Don't rush me. So 080 36 35 37 99.
All right, we're gonna reach out to her and wish her a happy birthday. We have less than 1 minute.
She deserves it. She's an amazing person. Oh no.
Number is not reachable.
You can call me. I'm celebrant too.
It's so unfortunate, but we love you, Sandra. God bless you and keep you in all your endeavors. This is where we call it a wrap. Thank you very much. It's been an amazing time with us here on Lagoon Radio. You can follow us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng. You can also download the Lagoon Radio app on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that you use. I remain DJ Shab, and with me still in the studio.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
And Jennifer Yubri, aka Jennifer Jibril. Thank you for joining us.
And from all of us, we say good afternoon and bye for now.
Bye for now.